Well, Jesus, I thought to myself today, I just sort of woke up about 10 minutes ago, and I sort of thought to myself that I'd like to do a video for YouTube talking about my Nirvana collection and what got me into Nirvana. Now, I was sort of thinking to myself, should I do it in a two separate sort of videos? Should I do it like one video be about my Nirvana collection and another video be about my how I got interested in Nirvana? How I got into Nirvana, and I sort of thought to myself, well, think about it, and I thought about it, and now that I have thought about it, I think that I'll just talk about my Nirvana collection. Um, if you're wondering what I grabbed off the shelf there, it's actually this. I really had to have this when I saw it. Um, for anyone that's a Nirvana fan, this is a must get. This is a must get. It's just Nirvana with a Light say. It's a big compilation of their previously unreleased demos and recordings and all that sort of stuff. Um, Let me just read the back here. You've got acoustics, you've got live, you've got solos, uh, you've got a lot of things on here that are really cool. Um, I have I'll be honest with you, I've had this for such a long time. This is like, you can remove it. My friend removed his. And I remember being like, why would you remove that? And he said to me, oh, because it's removable. I'm like, really? Really? And so I remember thinking, I'm not going to remove mine on purpose or anything like that. But if it does come off, it will be an accident. I won't even try to take it off. But I'm trying to keep this in good shape. I'm not gonna like get it bent or anything like that. Um, it's actually kind of weird because I wanted to start off with the CDs, not this. I think it's just because I grabbed this off the shelf that I wanted to talk about this. But anyway, this is actually pretty good. I will admit. I'm gonna open it up now. Just the cover is all shiny. I I remember I was talking about it for a school project because we're doing a school project, and yeah, we were doing a school project, and I remember saying to my teacher that I had one of these, and I said to him it was a rare. There was only like a few of these around, and I remember just saying to him, "There's a few of these around, and I'm gonna get one." And he said to me, "Oh, cool, cool, yeah, no, definitely get it. If it's rare, then get it." And I remember saying, "Well, yeah, I'm gonna get it on the weekend because I was still in school back in 2014. I'm not anymore. I actually graduated in 2014." At the end of 2014, that is. But anyway, as I promised you, I'd open it up. You've got the two CDs here. Um, really hard to do this with, without wanting to fucking break it and shit. You've got a CD here and a DVD there, and you've got a book here. Now, I'm going to get the book out and show it to you, so don't worry about that. Um, Now, I'm going to also say something right now. That when I first got this, I actually went to get a CD out, and because of the way that you put these things in and you take them out, because the little the thing in the circle, not the hole, but what goes through the hole, um, because of how that thing was basically stuck onto it. So when I got it off, it slipped out of my hands, and the CD went onto the ground. I'm like, oh no! And I picked it up, I'm like, please don't be scratched, please don't be scratched. It wasn't scratched, and I was like, oh, thank fucking God, and I put it in there. And yeah, I put it in there, and I started listening to music. I'm like, wait, why does it sound like that? And I read the back properly, and it turned out it was just the demos, because at the time I didn't really pay. Uh, I was like, why does it sound like that? And it turned out the reason why it sounded like that was because it was the demos and the 1990s, like, yeah, just some of the sounds back then weren't. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just saying that it just had that little crackly sort of sound with some of them. And yes, you'll hear that on some of the demos. You will hear that. And sorry for my speech. I've got braces, so yeah, I'm sorry. But on the inside, you've got just all this sort of art, sort of stuff, and writing. You've got a lot of writing. Yeah, you've got lots of really cool shit in here. Um, and it'll just basically have, and I'm gonna try to. I haven't seen that picture before. Um, I'm basically just gonna try to describe it in perfect detail. It'll have like the month and the day and the year, and it'll say on this day we're doing this or something like that. It'll say something like that. It'll say like August 20th, Ireland, Cork, here, or whatever. It's the venue, the date and the venue of where they're going out to do their gigs and everything like that. Um, and just randomly, this thing here fell out. I'm gonna read what it says. Never mind about that. That's something I made. I wrote and put in here because I didn't want anyone to find that. But anyway, yeah, just got more images in here. And sorry because I'm actually doing this with two of my hands, but you may think it's easy, but from where I'm writing it at, it's not. Got another image here from the heart-shaped box. However, this is not in the music video; it's just an outtake. And then it has like on some of the pages, it'll have quotes from either one of the band members or just someone who was involved. Like right here on this page up here, it has a quote by Chris which says, "It was all Kurt's vision. Spooky." And I'll try and find another quote in here. There's going to be another one. MTV sucks. Live and loud concert attendee. Oh, right. So it says, right. Hang on. So someone at the Live and Loud concert said MTV sucks, and then Kurt said, "Then why are you here?" Fuck. I don't know what it is about that, but fuck. Um. Yeah, it's just got more in here, and uh, and Chris has another quote here that says, "It was the music. That's what brought us together. That was the mission." And it has a picture of who I'm assuming that would obviously be Kurt. We've got Sonic Youth with Nirvana here in this photo. Now, if you've seen this before and you wanna, you wanna get it and everything, then all I'm gonna say is I highly recommend it. I really highly uh, recommend it. It's really good. Like this is a really good box set. It's really good and I highly recommend it. Now, if you're a big fan of Nirvana and you want to get this, then I gotta say it's a 10 out of 10. It's a must get for any Nirvana fan out there. Um, yeah, I highly recommend it for anyone who's a huge Nirvana fan. Okay, I really reckon it's perfect for anyone who's a really big Nirvana fan. Now, one thing I have to say is that when you go to put this back in, this little that little spot in which it's held in, you will notice that it'll do stuff like that. It will, you know how you're gonna put stuff in, and something sort of like gets stuck on it, gets snagged on it, whatever you like to call it. Um, yeah, that's what it sort of does, and it sort of lifts it up a bit and sort of like tears a bit of it. And that's why I sort of hated putting it back in there. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, no, it's back in there. It's all fine now. Anyway. Anyway, do I recommend the box set? Yes, I highly recommend it for anyone who's a huge fan of Nirvana, because this here is the best. You're gonna want it if you're a huge fan of Nirvana. Um, it's just like has all their lists and everything like that. This is like disc one, disc two, disc. Hang on, sorry, that's disc one, disc two, disc three, and disc four DVD. yeah, and of course down here it says it'll have like a little circular marking, or whatever you like to call it, and it says donates previously unreleased recordings. Okay. Now, what I'm going to say right now is that I highly recommend it. Okay, I highly recommend it, and I know I've been saying that I highly recommend it several times, but what can I say? I'm a huge fan. So I highly recommend you get it. 10 out of 10, it's a must get.